Okay, so let's do another example. Now this is going to deal with bushels and cubic inches. So you are going to want to know this conversion factor, because unless you know the bushels by some other measurement, this is the one that we're going to use. So we know that 1 bushel, right, based on the conversion factors, is 2,150.42 cubic inches. Okay. Now again, you may not know that off the top of your head right now, but make sure you know that. Okay. They may give it to you, right? It might be given to you in the problem, but just again, you're going to want to make sure you know this or be able to find it if they give you a table, right? So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to use the unit ratio for this. So I want to go from 10,500 cubic inches, right? So I have cubic inches on top. And I want to go to have what? I want bushels on top, inches on the cubic inches on the bottom to cancel with these cubic inches. So that means I'm going to do 1 on top, 2,150.42 on the bottom. And so cubic inches cancels with cubic inches. And now I'm going to divide. So I'm just going to take 10,500 divided by this. And so how many bushels do I get? Approximately, let's say I get 4.882, or approximately 4.88 bushels. So approximately 4.88 bushels. Now, what about another one? Let's say we have an application. So let's say we have barley, and barley has a density of 38.4 pounds per cubic foot. Okay, 38.4 pounds of cubic foot. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so we know barley, the density of barley is 38.4 pounds per cubic foot. Okay. 1 bushel of barley weighs 48 pounds. So we know 1 bushel of barley equals 48 pounds. See how I wrote that? And this asks, how many bushels of barley are contained in 3.25 cubic yards? So we want to know so 3.25 cubic yards, right? So we have 3.25 cubic yards, oops, not square yards, cubic yards, is equal to what? We want to know, oops, hold on, is equal to how many bushels? Or excuse me, how many pounds? Or excuse me, how many bushels? So we want to know how many bushels of barley is contained in 3.25 cubic yards. Okay. That's the question. Well, we've got this and this information to help us. Okay? So we've got one unit conversion that says, hey, we know that 38.4, there are 38.4 pounds for each cubic foot of barley. That's what this says. That's what the density tells us. Okay? Now this here tells us that for every bushel, we have 48 pounds. Ooh, look at that. So look at that. We got pounds and pounds. We got cubic feet. We got yards, right? So we've got everything we need, right? Because we know the rest of it. So let's start. So 3.25 over 1. So that's going to be cubic yards over 1. Now we need to get to cubic feet. Well, we can use the unit ratio that relates cubic feet to cubic yards. We know that for every 1 cubic yard, right, that's equal to, what? 27 cubic feet. Okay, so that's one of the unit ratios you should know. Okay? And if you don't know that, then you can still get it by doing 1 yard is to 3 feet times 1 yard is to 3 feet times 1 yard is to 3 feet. And you'll get it that way too. Okay? It'll just make your chain of unit factors or conversion factors longer. Okay? Okay, so now we've got, now this cancels with this. And so now we've got cubic feet. Now we're going to use, now we can get to pounds, right? So we got this. So let's use this. So we know that 38.4 pounds per cubic foot. So we're going to have 38.4 pounds over 1 cubic foot. And so this is going to cancel with that. And now finally, we can use our final conversion, which is going to be 1 bushel for every 48 pounds. And pounds cancels with pounds here. And of course, everything cancels except for bushels, and which is what we're looking for, and we're done. So now all we have to do is multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and divide. So what do we get? We get 3.25 times 27 times 38.4 divided by 48. And so that's going to be bushels, which gives us approximately what? 70.2 bushels. So 70.2 bushels. And there you go. Have a great day.